russosbrand.com, where the pros are the pros.
But this sent in by Gabe Tuff. He's talking with Stu.
Well, I'll stop you.
Oh
right there.
shit,
Okay,
bro!
yeah,
I have that T-shirt. I'm gonna burn that T-shirt live on the air next time because I cannot have a T-shirt that this dude has. Oh my God! What is that head again? Look at that, Jeff. Now it looks like a placemat.
Yeah,
It literally looks like he's got a placemat on the top of his head. What is happening?
Oh, by the way, I was told I could not verify this. That's why I'm saying this. I'm looking for verification or non-verification of this. Somebody had emailed me and said, "Did you hear that show that Hausman, that rumor and innuendo show that we had all those clips from?"
Right.
That was on Conrad's network. I was told he's no longer on Conrad's network since this Jericho stuff. So I replied to the person. I said, "Do you have proof of this?" I haven't heard a reply at the time of this show. So if anybody knows whether that is true or false, please email me with the proof that that is indeed true or false, if he's still on Conrad's network or if he was indeed removed because of the Jericho situation.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was on Conrad's network, but I got to get rid of that shirt.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Stu.
Because I really do feel like there's been a lot of very poor misconstruing of this entire situation. People seem to have jumped onto a narrative about what happened here online that I really don't think.
Bro, here's a guy who puts out narratives for a living. And now he doesn't like that somebody's jumped on a narrative.
Yeah.
It's been totally fair. So, I made a crack at Chris on Christmas morning when
I made a crack at Chris. Like, he's so proud of himself.
On Christmas morning.
Yeah. He doesn't even realize that he looks like a buffoon in all this. He's proud of this. By the way, coming up, Mr. Who admitted to used to do all the time, but says he no longer does it, does a nice nose wipe coming up. Just saying.
Can you imagine, Jeff? He just said on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
You're tweeting about wrestling on Christmas morning, bro?
Yeah. And injecting yourself into a situation that has nothing to do with you.
He was acting like a, idiot, and trying to bully Ace Steel's wife and all this stuff.
Now, again, you're going to say the same thing I'm going to say, Jeff. How does he know that other than somebody telling him? Well,
unless there was, I don't know if Jericho made a comment in an interview or a tweet. I don't know the where he saw this. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But again, I'm sure they're glad that you saved Ace Steel's wife from the big mean Chris Jericho.
Right.
Good work, Hausman.
I was tired of it. I was just tired of seeing him acting like this.
My God. Can you imagine that, Jeff?
The ego on this guy that he thinks he is important enough that he needs to step in there.
Yeah, Jeff, I got to tell you, I'm being honest with you. There were times, Jeff, I just got tired of Taker. Man, I just got really tired of Taker bullying people and the stuff that he would. I just got so tired of Taker, Jeff, that I had to do something about it, bro.
Creating problems for people and stirring the pot, and so I made a crack that I knew would hit because I know.
Bro, stop for a second. Can you imagine? He's a sportscaster talking about a sports figure. Can you imagine, bro? Even Stephen K. Smith wouldn't say, you know what? Kind of got tired of LeBron. Kind of like even he would. Bro, can you imagine a professional sportscaster talking like this about an active player?
That's why these guys are amateurs.
Exactly. Hacks.
You should never be the story, but you want to be the story.
He wants to be the story.
He wants to be the story. It's pathetic. It's sad.
And it could have just been that. Could have just been Nick.
There's the nose wipe now.
Let me say that again.
I don't know why he does this. He did this in the clip last week too. I just figured he had an itch, so he's probably got an itch again.
And it could have just been that. Could have just been Nick made an NDA crack at Chris Jericho. Ooh, whatever that was, and then we all move on. But Chris decided to block me on social media. And I shared that. I was like, all right.
Okay, so this is what a moron he is. He just said, I could have just made my crack and we all could have moved on. But who didn't let it move on? You just said after he blocked me, I shared it.
Yeah.
So you're the one that just didn't let it move on. This guy, oh my God.
Hold on, Jeff. I'm going to interrupt Nick Hausman with Nick Hausman. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, well, the House of Wrestling is built on a CM Punk cement foundation.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
Okay,
Very
well,
nice. Go ahead.
Here's how this guy thought of that. Which created its own kind of narrative.
This is
right?
what I mean, Jeff. I just opened up the show using the word embarrassment. It's not embarrassing that this guy is part of the culture because people like Tony Khan and people like Triple H have let him in. This is not embarrassing to anybody listening to it. Bro, Chris Jericho is a 30-year veteran. Chris Jericho has wrestled everywhere around the world, millions of miles, bro, still doing it. And this asswipe is taking shots at it. This is what I'm talking about the absolute embarrassment of the wrestling business.
Well, not only that, but because Tony Khan has given Nick Hausman credibility. He has, by letting him into the scrums, tweeting him, all this other stuff, making him a part of it. He's given him credibility with his fan base. Now, because of that, Chris Jericho's reputation is highly damaged right now in that fan base because of what this guy said with zero proof. Again, if what he is saying is true, you have to show that evidence, but he didn't. He has no evidence that he has shown. So he is just saying these things about Chris Jericho. Everybody's believing them. Now Chris Jericho's reputation is ruined because Tony Khan let this guy in the scrum. Well, Tony Khan is to blame for this, but this has to stop. This has to stop. It's gone too far. Tony Khan is to blame for letting these people in, but the only way this is going to stop is if somebody does legally hold these people accountable for this stuff.
Yeah.
And if Hausman is telling the truth, then he should say, if he gets sued or whatever, here's the proof. Here it is. I'm not lying. Okay, then you're off the hook. But the problem right now is you're not off the hook because you're saying things without any proof and you're damaging somebody's reputation because of it.
Yeah. Well, he's live now. He's on the. He's calling in. Can I patch him through?
Yeah, patch him through.
Okay.
You got to make your weaknesses your strengths.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
That's true.
Go ahead, Joe.
My concerns, my dislike of Chris, the reason there was the NDA crash.
Oh, so I'm dead serious. Is his hairdo not to Trump? He's got the Trump under there, bro. There's no other way he could be. There's no other way he could be combing it like that.
It does look weird, and it's sticking out on the side now too, like he just got up from a nap.
Because, like I said on the show, I just think Chris is, not my favorite kind of person. A lot of people told me a lot of negative things about Chris, and
there it is. A lot of people told me a lot of negative things about Chris. He was not nice to me. All my interactions with him were negative, or I've seen him do this and that. None of that.
Yeah.
Other people have told me things about Chris.
Yeah. Bro, the people that I don't think highly of, I have said why. I have told everybody the Paul Heyman story. And, when we wanted to bring guys over to the WWE and Paul said they didn't want to go. I've told the stories of why I feel certain way. I swear I never felt a certain way about somebody because somebody told me. Never, Jeff, ever.
And he's just believing these things without even making up his own opinion on his own. Oh, they don't like Chris, so now I don't like Chris.
Yeah.
Because nobody would ever say something that's not true about somebody they didn't like.
Everybody hates Chris.
The dam broke and, whatever people said came out. I just don't think it would be a good look. And that's just my personal opinion, right? Based off a lot of stuff people tell me. They're like, whatever.
He just said it. Based on all those stuff, all those things, people. I swear, guys, if you're listening to this podcast, I would never speak about a wrestler or anybody that I worked with because people told me, but that's what they all do, bro, because they're not in the business. That's what we've been trying to tell you, bro. Have I ever come on here and told you stories about what people told me about so-and-so? No, because I knew these people. This is every freaking Nick Hausman. I'm basing things on what people told me.
But that right there immediately led to people talking about other things that Chris has been alleged, right? I didn't allege anything. I just said.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You said stories are going to come out when people are ready to tell them, and then you insinuated it was the same thing as Harvey Weinstein.
That's right.
This guy's got skeletons in his closet, I think. That led to a lot of people talking about other things on social media that Chris may or may not have done, right? Which then became the subject of question of a chant at World's End and questions.
He's proud of that. He's proud that the crowd chanted that because of him.
In the media scrum, which were far more pointed than anything I said on the show, right? So,
hold on, Stu, smarten up. Smarten up. We like you, Stu. Yeah. Don't sit there shaking your head in agreement. Don't, Stu, because you know what, bro? Getting in bed with this dude, you're never going to go anywhere in the wrestling business, bro. Never. And you're sitting there and you're bobbing your head up and down, agreeing with the bullshit he's spewing, bro.
Well, we saw on that media call when Stu was muted, Tony Khan's giving him shit. Why is Tony Khan giving him shit and nobody else? Maybe because of his association with Hausman. Yeah. So Stu, I would cut ties with this dude. You don't want to be tied to him because we've said before in the past, Hausman, he's harmless. He's goofy, right? He's not like Meltzer. He's just a harmless goof. I think we were wrong on that.
Yeah, I agree.
We were way wrong.
I agree, bro. He said, I got the clip on my thing. He's looking to make moments at anybody's expense, bro. That's what he's looking to do.
He's like Satin used to be. He's a weasel. You can tell that. You don't do stuff like this if you're a good person. You don't accuse somebody of something based on something somebody else told you and make it public to try to make yourself look good. And then backtrack and then threaten to sue people who point out you're backtracking. I mean, it's insane.
Bro, do you watch The Office?
Of course.
Bro, he's got the Michael Scott plasma TV. He's got the Michael Scott plasma TV behind him. Can you get a TV any smaller, bro? Like, look at that. But, bro, I just bought like a 45-inch TV that I mounted on my wall for $99. This guy's got the Michael Scott TV. Very nice.
If I don't like somebody, if I don't think, they're my cup of tea, that's just my opinion. A lot of other people seem to have their own opinions about Chris in that situation. But, all of the other stuff about who thinks Chris did what or where, that's nothing I got into. That's stuff that is.
That's nothing he got into, Jeff. Jeff, that's nothing I got into. That's nothing I got into. Are you? And then he's going to tell Disco and Conan he's not backtracking. Yeah. That's nothing I got into. You started this whole thing with a tweet on Christmas morning. Who tweeted that? Your kid? Your wife?
Again, was
embarrassing. I'm telling you, bro. This whole show, you guys are it's just embarrassment, bro.
But he's loving all this attention he's getting. But I don't think he realizes his business is going to be hurt in the long run because of this.
Yeah.
What's up, Brand? This is Jeff Lane, inviting you to come hang out with me over on Twitch. I'll be live several nights a week, playing games classic and new. Currently, I'm going through Final Fantasy VII. So I hope to see you there, Jeff Lane 22 on Twitch.